Hey guys, Jimmy Vegas here, and let's take a look at how the Unity short "Some Doors Are Best Left Unopened" was made. So this one I kind of worked backwards with because I knew what the end result was going to be, i.e. this door seeming like someone or something is banging behind it and it's kind of shaking. So from that point I kind of built backwards from there, built the hallway that I needed up until this point here. And at that point there is when I decided I would have a beast walk past here, which you may have caught a glimpse of if you've actually seen the short. If not, have a look at the playlist for this video and you'll see that short and you'll catch a glimpse of the beast walking past. So ultimately, it gives the impression that it is him that is behind this door. So from there, I again built backwards and I built up everything we see here. So some of the assets you may have seen before, some are brand new. I think that ultimately trying to create something like this with free assets is kind of cool and challenging at the same time. You may have seen a couple of things throughout the video. You may have seen the gun, you may have seen the spider web, the skeleton that actually appears here, the blood down the walls, and also the writing which is on the wall just over here. And I'm going to turn the canvas off so we can actually see. And actually says the words "you did this" along this section of the wall right here. You may have seen that, you may have not. So we have a bed here. It's meant to represent kind of like a mental asylum, I guess. We have the lights here, and it's all factored together using that good old post-processing. That's what makes it seem very creepy and eerie, as you can see right there. That's what gives it that effect. There's also some particle systems in there, and we can see this is what's occurring as the camera moves along. And we can see that it looks nothing like what it does in the scene view. Again, that's all post-processing. So here, as we pan around, we'll see the beast just walk past. And then obviously we know how it ends. It goes down the corridor and you see the door banging. So that was all put together using a very quick and easy sequence in C#. Now, most of this script is just a case of me being a little bit lazy, guys, and just kind of repeating the same few lines to give that banging effect. If it wasn't for that, it would be a relatively simple thing. And it's just a case of that camera with an animation right here, and it animates all the way down the whole sequence. And that's all it really is. It's just a case of me building what this scene is. That camera follows the animation down to the end. And then we just have that banging at the end. And there's nothing special about this scene, really. We can see the skybox is just a normal skybox. And if we zoom out, we can see just how messy it is on the outside. Now, everything we see internally, all this corridor, clever thing is, this is all just cubes. That's all this corridor really is. Just cubes with textures, with normal maps, and changing the source to albedo alpha and just playing around a little bit. But that's what gives it that kind of impression. And I've said it in a couple of series, whatever the camera doesn't see doesn't tend to matter. It could be as messy as anything outside the parameters, as we can see, but inside where it matters, that's where it counts. So you have to be tidy there. So ultimately, like I said, working backwards may sometimes be the best course of action. Because as I said, I knew where I wanted to be, so I built backwards to the start. And honestly, guys, this one took me a little bit longer than the first Unity short that I did, but this one was a lot more fun to create because I kind of spent that extra hour tweaking and adding and just kind of, working on it, because it looks very bland in the scene view, but then when you come to the actual main one, it doesn't. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So if you fancy having a go at making something like this, have a go. It's just a case of building what you need to, adding some post-processing, building up a sequence. There you go. Guys, thank you very much for watching.